From ABC News, live in Times Square, Thursday, May 19th, 2011. This is Good Morning America with Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos.
Let's get right to the latest on the sexual assault scandal. This photo coming out overnight of Dominique Strauss-Kahn, who's now resigned as the head of the IMF. Today, he is expected to again request to be released on bail. Our Chris Cuomo has been tracking the latest on all this. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, Robin. Mr. Strauss-Kahn is starting to feel the bite of being a defendant, and also that's about feeling the loss of being a defendant. The case is still being developed, but it seems to get worse for this man every day. The would-be presidential contender has gone from debonair to down and out. This picture taken inside Rikers Island jail tells the story of the past 4 days since Dominique Strauss-Kahn was yanked from an Air France plane and arrested for the attempted rape of a hotel housekeeper. Overnight, Strauss-Kahn on suicide watch suffered another blow, resigning as the chief of the International Monetary Fund with, as he put it, infinite sadness, saying he wants to devote all his energy to battle the sexual assault charges he faces here in New York. In a letter to the IMF's board, Strauss-Kahn wrote, "I deny with the greatest possible firmness all the allegations that have been made against me. And I think at this time first of my wife, whom I love more than anything, of my children, of my family, of my friends. I think also of my colleagues at the fund. Together we've accomplished such great things over the last 3 years and more." Strauss-Kahn met with his attorneys at Rikers Island Wednesday, preparing a new bail package offer before an all-important hearing today.
What was his mood? His mood was good. It was serious, but good. He is a strong man, and he's committed to seeing this through.
And has he heard from his wife at all?
Yes.
The wealthy French politician, used to a lavish lifestyle, wants out of jail. To help his cause, his attorneys argue that he's not a flight risk, that he'll surrender his passport, post a $1 million cash bail, and offer something new, an electronic monitoring bracelet to ensure he remains confined to the Manhattan home of his daughter, 24 hours a day. If this bail attempt fails, it could mean months at Rikers, pending trial. The case against Strauss-Kahn keeps being developed. Police are saying now that they believe they can put together a DNA case of evidence putting the two people in the room at the same time, which makes this all about whether or not the affair was consensual. Very difficult case to make for a defendant. Robin.
It really is. All right, Chris, thank you very much. And joining us now is Jeff Shapiro, the lawyer for the hotel maid who alleges that she was sexually assaulted. Thank you very much for coming in this morning. We know that she has been reunited with her daughter. How's her state of mind right now?
Well, she's exhausted, as you can imagine. But it just as he said that he's a tough guy, she's a tough woman, and she's made it through this in some remarkable way. You know, from the time of this assault, she's not had a moment of peace. She's been going from place to place. She's not been able to go home. Fortunately, she's been reunited with her daughter. Hopefully she's getting some sleep, but she's managed to get through this every single day, and she's extraordinary. It
had to be grueling for her to meet with the grand jury for as long as she did. Going forward, would she be prepared to take the stand in a trial if it comes to that?
She has been prepared to do whatever has been asked of her, starting with the New York City Police Department, the District Attorney's Office, and she'll see this through.
There are conspiracy theories, as you know, back in France, saying that it was a setup. Did she have any prior knowledge of this man?
Absolutely not.
When did she find out who he was?
The day after this whole thing took place. Someone called her and said, "Do you have any idea who this man was?" Somebody who saw this on television called her and said, "Do you have any idea who this guy is?" And she absolutely didn't know who he was.
Had no idea?
None whatsoever.
Your heart goes out to her in a situation like this, and with being reunited with her family and going up against somebody like this who has such deep pockets. And I know that you are fighting for him to stay in jail at this point. Bail hearing again today. I know that you're fighting this. Normally somebody charged with something like this would be eligible for bail.
Well, you know, look, my concern is for my client. The fact of the matter is, you know, given her background coming from a country where Danger is on every corner, and law enforcement is not readily available, or at least not exercised for people who don't have power or money. She's concerned, very deeply concerned about her safety, and I think even more important in her mind is her daughter's safety. So that the idea that the man who did this to her is now on the street, so to speak, and able to do what he wants to do in the world is something which is frightening to her.
And as Chris Cuomo alluded to, this is more than a he said, she said case. There is a lot of evidence that is being collected at this point. I know that you can't comment specifically, but you feel that there is, what is the strongest piece that you have?
I think this, look, I have met her, I've spent many hours with her talking to her about this, and from my perspective as a trial attorney, I would say the strongest piece of evidence in this case is her. And that when she finally has the opportunity to come out of hiding and have her a day in court in which she can take the public stage and tell what happened, I have no doubt that a jury in the world who listens to her will absolutely believe that what she is saying is true.
I'm glad she's doing as well as you said that she is under the circumstances right now. Jeffrey Shapiro, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.